Hey guys, Grow the Farm Up. Really kind of a interesting and cool story about a phone call I took this afternoon from a very large and well-respected farmer in our area. And he really had a level of concern in his voice about the products and services, and really mainly the inflexibility of the large corporate seed companies that he's been working with his entire career. And I've known him. He's never been the type of farmer that's been looking to switch over from his large company seed companies to an independent company. And he really was just, I was kind of surprised at the level of concern that I could hear in his voice, really about just the corporate inflexibility and how he was kind of tired of it. And I mean, his real question was, Brad, how can I trust these independent seed companies? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to continue to fight this uphill inflexible corporate structure, but I also don't know if I can trust, in his mind, these willy-nilly, independent mom and pop seed companies. And I thought about it for a minute, and I did not invent this quote, but I believe I remember reading it somewhere, and I just responded like it just came to me, and I said, Noah's Ark was built by everyday people out of a necessity, out of a basic need. You could even go as far as to call them, amateur carpenters at the time. And the Titanic was built by a large professional and inflexible, rigid corporate structure. Now, which ship would you rather be on? You can come hop on the ark with us and we can keep floating to the top, or you can jump on the large, rigid, and inflexible Titanic and perhaps go down with the ship. Now, I'm not going to go as far as to say that the large seed companies are going down, but they've hit the iceberg and they're taking on some water. And the farmer was just dead silent on the other end of the line for about 20 seconds. And I didn't say anything. I felt I'd let my words speak for themselves at that point. And after about 20 seconds, he spoke back up, and he said, "Okay, Brad, I tell you what, put me down for 100 units. I'm going to think about this, and I'll probably call you back for some more." And he thanked me for a little bit of advice, and I thought that was a very kind of interesting philosophical point. When I hung the phone up, I really thought about that conversation for a few hours, and still am, and it really does represent an excellent lesson and kind of a change in thinking. There's an old saying: if you want to change things, change the way you look at things. Don't change the way you do things, change the way you look at things. And I think we were able to open just, and whether he comes through and actually buys the independent seed or not is kind of beside the point. But I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Very interesting. I've heard the quote before: Noah's Ark built by amateurs, the Titanic built by professionals. Which ship would have you rather been on? Grow the farm up, independent seed.